Great television is dead, and I think we need to talk about this. So recently, I noticed that so many streaming services have been canceling some of my favorite shows, which is really pissing me off. And one of the reasons why I'm making this video is to address the fact that HBO Max, or Max, because that's a new name, which doesn't kind of make sense. Max cancelled one of my favorite shows right now, Rap Sheet, and it's really upsetting me because the second season was amazing. It was so good. And I'm just like, why would you cancel it with the way the finale ended? Because the finale was so incredible. Let's start there. The finale was so good. And I know maybe people didn't really tune in to watch Rap Sheets, which kind of makes sense because the first episode for the first season wasn't something that some people might be tuned in for. But that's the thing about TV shows. Not all TV shows are going to make you interested to watch it from the first episode. You have to relax. Even as I'm a big fan of Succession from the first episode, I wasn't really interested. It was kind of boring, let me be honest, from the first episode. But I'm someone that I love to digest TV and film, no matter how boring it is, as long as, in the long run, I might like it. So I gave it time. I gave Succession time to really grow, and it grew, and it's one of my favorite shows easily. I'm so sad it's over, but it was so good. Quality TV is one of those TV shows that you had to be there when it was airing, Succession. So yeah, Rap Sheet was so good. It just upsets me that it's cancelled, because I knew it was going to get cancelled. You know how these streaming platforms do when a new season of a TV show comes out. If they don't announce a third season by 1 month or 3 weeks, know that show is cancelled. So there was nothing about Rap Sheet season 3. It was curtains, like it was so quiet. There was no announcement that a new season was coming, and I felt like, yeah, it's curtains, it's over, like just wrap it up. And it's really annoying me because it was so good. And this is pissing me off because nowadays we don't get shows that at least 5 seasons long. 5 is even short. 5 to 8 seasons long with 22 episodes. We don't. What happened to our Gossip Girl? We don't have our Gossip Girl. We don't have our Vampire Diaries. The Vampire Diaries. We don't have it. We don't have our Modern Family. We don't have our Girlfriends. We don't have our Buffy the Vampire Slayer. We don't have our Desperate Housewives. Parks and Recreation. These are shows that were very long. They were at least 5 seasons long with 22 episodes. And I'm not saying all the episodes were great. I mean, some episodes we have fillers, obviously. Some episodes were like filler episodes. But even the filler episodes still gave. They were still so good. That's how TV was back then. TV was that entertaining. Nowadays, all we just get is just limited series. And also the fact that these companies, they take time to release the new season really annoys me. We can wait for 3-4 years before a new season comes out. Like Euphoria, it took years before Euphoria season 2 came out. It took like I think 3 years, because Euphoria came out in 2019 or 2020, and the season 2 came out in 2022. So it took 2 years before we got a new season. Mind you, it's like 8 episodes long. Can you see what I'm saying? Why are we waiting for 2-3 years for you to give us a TV show that is 8 episodes long? It doesn't make sense. Like, we've lost the recipe. We have. Imagine if CW decided to cancel The Vampire Diaries after season 2. We would have gotten the masterpiece that is The Vampire Diaries season 3. Season 3 is what you call quality television. Quality television. I feel like these streaming services don't allow these TV shows to marinate with audiences and gain fan base over time. If they don't get their streaming numbers immediately, the show gets cancelled. We have seen Netflix cancel The Get Down, which was so good. I understand why they cancelled it though. They said it was so expensive to make, and they weren't getting the numbers that they expected from how expensive it was, which kind of makes sense. I think it's FX that cancelled Scream Queens, even though the second season was 1K, but Scream Queens, the first season was incredible, excellent. The one that pisses me off the most is Netflix cancelling The Society. Oh my god. The Society was so incredible. It was one of those shows that I can say for a fact that it would have been as big as Euphoria because The Society was really good. Funny enough, they had already announced a second season because it was successful. This was not the case of people not watching The Society. No, people watched that show. It was so entertaining. And after the pandemic, they announced the second season already from how successful it was. But because of the pandemic, I think they scrapped it, which did not make any sense. Why would you scrap it out? And I feel like if they bring back the society, people will still watch it because it was that good. So recently, I've also been rewatching Generation, and that's one show I feel like they should have never cancelled. They should have never cancelled Generation because it was so good just from the first episode alone. I feel like they wanted another show like Euphoria that would do Euphoria numbers. But if they gave the show time to grow, it might not have done Euphoria numbers, but it would have been as big, maybe a little bit as big as Euphoria. Maybe not as big because Euphoria is so big because it's very scandalous. Let's be honest, people like scandalous TV. That's why Euphoria is as big as how it is. But Generation is more of a comforting show. It's the opposite of Euphoria. And I feel like Max wanted that clout that Euphoria has. And they should have given it time to grow because after they cancelled it, the show gained a huge fan base because it's a show that queer people really liked. Queer teenagers liked seeing themselves represented in a way that wasn't negative. Carefree, comforting show. That's how Generation was. That's one show that pisses me off that they cancelled. They should have never cancelled it. Also, I realized that these streaming services tend to increase their prices drastically. They increase their prices drastically. Why are you increasing your prices if you are not giving us quality content? Like, I realize that I'm subscribed to HBO Max, Amazon Prime, Prime Video, Disney Plus, but all these services that I'm subscribed to, the reason why I'm subscribed to them is because I'm only watching the old classic shows. Because the new ones they give us, either is not quality or it's quality but it gets cancelled. So what's the point? Like, I was subscribed to HBO Max, obviously, to watch Rap Sheet, which I really liked. Gossip Girl, the new one that they cancelled also. All my favorite new shows I like is getting cancelled. So why do I need to pay this amount of money monthly if you're going to keep on cancelling my favorite new shows and I'm only watching old shows? The reason why I've still not cancelled HBO Max is because I'm still watching. I like rewatching my favorite old shows like The Sopranos, Insecure, The Wire, Game of Thrones. I like rewatching them over and over again because they're quality. So they need to allow these shows to really grow and marinate because it's annoying me now that we don't have our Desperate Housewives. We don't have our Desperate Housewives, which is crazy. Desperate Housewives was able to give us 8 seasons, 22 episodes. And I'm not saying all the episodes were great, but what I'm saying is they were entertaining. The Vampire Diaries is one of my favorite shows easily. Vampire Diaries was so good that with the way one episode ends, it always ends on a cliffhanger that will have you gagged. We don't get shows like that anymore. I need to talk about Vampire Diaries for a separate video. Nowadays, all we just get are like mini-series, which I don't mind. I love mini-series too. Mini-series like Watchmen, incredible. I don't even think Watchmen is on HBO Max anymore, which is another thing we need to discuss. These streaming platforms tend to remove their own TV shows out of their own platform. So where do you expect people to watch them if you're removing them from your platform? I'll make a separate video on this because we need to bring back DVD. The art of DVD, we need to bring it back. You understand what I'm saying? So I like some miniseries, obviously, like Watchmen, Lovecraft Country, amazing. Mayor of Easttown, so incredible. Big Little Lies. Big Little Lies, I feel, would have been the perfect miniseries. They gave us a second season, which wasn't necessary, in my opinion. The second season wasn't necessary because it wasn't as good as the first season. The first season was what you call masterpiece. And also, I know that obviously people's attention span has really reduced. People tend to not really watch long content anymore. But there's still people like me that we enjoy watching long content, long TV shows. You understand what I'm saying? Not everything needs to be 8 episodes. Then they make one episode very long, like 15 minutes or 1 hour. What the hell is that? Give us the format of 22 episodes, one episode being at least 40 minutes or 35 minutes. That's what you call quality TV. You know, back then when a TV show crosses that 100 episode mark, they tend to celebrate with a huge cake written 100 on it because they have crossed that 100 episode mark. You know, we had shows like Buffy, Parks and Recreation, Girlfriends, Moesha, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. These shows were able to reach that 100 episode mark. But nowadays, a show will be lucky enough to even get a cupcake to cross that 20 episode, because they get cancelled after the second season. So if these shows keep on getting cancelled, what this just shows that what is the future of TV? What the future of TV if these companies are not allowing TV shows to grow and marinate over time if they're getting cancelled? Like Beyonce said, people don't make albums anymore. They don't make albums. All they do is just put out a bunch of little quick singles and they burn out and they put out a new one. People don't even listen to a body of work anymore. Same thing can be said for TV shows. People don't make TV shows anymore. They don't. So they just put out a bunch of little, mini series and they burn out. They put out a new mini series and they burn out. People don't even watch TV shows anymore. So yeah, I wanted to just make this video to rant because it really pisses me off. And they need to get on that Zoom and hire good writers too, because you can't keep on cancelling these shows and it's not it at all. So yeah, that's it. What are your thoughts on this topic? Because I feel like the discussion we need to have, because they can't keep on cancelling these shows and we move on like it's nothing. No, they can't. Come on. So what are your thoughts on this topic? Let me know in the comment section down below. I will make more videos like this, just ranting, because I like to rant. And yeah, I will see you for my next video. Bye.